Hi, ladies. It's me. I am back, and today I am going to be extremely transparent. And the reason I'm going to be transparent is because God laid it on my heart to be transparent, and I want to be honest because I feel like that's where change comes from. I feel like that is where people can relate to you at, and that is where you can have the biggest impact. And ultimately, that's my goal: is to have an impact on women all across the world. And so for the last week, I have been up until midnight and then waking back up at 5 a.m. to work on a big, huge, major goal of mine. And I am currently, if you're not aware, I'm currently working on my dissertation, which is going to be an educational doctorate in leadership. And I have been working night and day, literally night and day on this dissertation. I've been working on analyzing data, putting the data together, all this stuff that you have to do for the program. And in the midst of it, I've been a mess, right? Everything's kind of gone to the wayside. Every Wednesday, I make sure I watch my Law and Order show. Haven't touched it. Me and my girls have been eating pizza all week. I haven't cooked dinner. My exercise has been sort of put on the back burner. But I am laser focused this week on the paper. And so earlier this week, I had gotten some pictures back for my business, and there were some pictures of the books that I had published recently. I took a picture like of a collage of me and all of my books, and I posted it on Facebook, and I got a ton of inboxes from women just like, how are you doing this? Oh, I can't wait to get where you are. Like, you're so lucky that you're blessed with this writing skill and all these things. And I just really this is why I want to be honest, because I don't think people see the big picture, right? People see the highlight reels. They see the things that we post on Facebook or social media where we're posting that we're happy, or we posted our new published opportunity, posted our travel opportunity, or we posted all of these things. And I'm keeping this video just this way it is, even with all these stutters and everything, just to show you how tired I am, but how I need to get this, how important this message is to get across. But we post all these things and people see them and they assume that everything came natural, that everything was easy for us. In reality, it's not like that, right? There are things that you have to sacrifice. There's things that you have to struggle with. There's things that you have to go through, and hurdles you have to jump, and obstacles you have to overcome just to be able to reach the success that you desire. But people don't get that. People don't see that. They see these pictures, they see these images, they see this presentation that we make, and they don't understand that we were a mess 2 days earlier. And I'm going to give you a very perfect example of that. So this week, I had sent some of my writing over to my committee. When they sent me back the paper, I want you to listen really closely. When they sent me back the paper, there was 8,128 edits that needed to take place. I'm going to say that number again. 8,128 edits that needed to take place in my paper. So here I am as an author of 8 books and I'm in a couple of anthologies and such. And I help women all around the world write books, right? But I get a paper back and I need 8,000 edits in it. So I want you to imagine what that can do to someone, right? You think that this paper is great. You send it over to your committee. You're waiting for this great feedback, for this great opportunity to be like, oh, this is wonderful. And you get the paper back and it's a total flop. It's a total failure. And here you are trying to make sense of how something that you thought was so strong and so good is not. Now, when I came to that point, I came to 2 crossroads, right? I have this opportunity to say, you know what? This goal is stupid. I'm not going to work on it. They don't like my writing. I'm done with this goal, right? And then I have an opportunity to say, you know what? I've dedicated my time. I've dedicated my energy. I've dedicated money. And this is a big goal of mine. And despite what obstacles or barriers are in my way, I am still going to keep pushing. I am still going to work towards the mark in which I desire to reach, right? And me, because I am a really dedicated person, you would think that it would come really natural. Like, oh, of course she kept working on it. She already dedicated all these years of life to school to even get to this point. But I'll be honest, when I got that paper, I was extremely discouraged. Extremely. Because here I am thinking this great, and now I need to spend the next several days trying to make all the edits that they requested just to fit a mold, just to be okay. And it took me a while, to be very honest with you guys. It took me a while to get back into the flow of things. But I had to encourage myself. I had to tell myself, you know what? I need to keep going. You know what? There's a reason why I'm working towards this. There's a reason why I'm in this program. There's a reason why I have these people on my committee. There's a reason why this dissertation needs to be into the world. And I had to encourage myself and let myself know it's bigger than Nicolia. It's bigger than me, and it's bigger than you. And I say all this to encourage you because there are people right now that are in the middle of a hardship, but they have goals that they're still working on. And this hardship is overcoming their life. Maybe it's the death of a loved one. Maybe it's the overwhelm of just your busy schedule. Maybe it's the lack of finances. Maybe it's a divorce. Maybe it's whatever. And there's all these obstacles and these hurdles and these barriers and things that are preventing you from being able to accomplish what it is that you desire to accomplish. I am here to encourage you and tell you that you can still accomplish your goals in the midst of chaos, that you can still accomplish your goals in the midst of your lack of belief. You just have to encourage yourself and remember what the purpose was behind it in the first place. Tell yourself that there's reason behind it, that it is of importance, that it is of value, and that is something that you should be working towards. Encourage yourself. And I wanted to share this. I wanted to come on this video because I'm literally typing. I'm in the middle of making edits as we speak, as I'm recording this video. But it was laid on my spirit so heavy to be able to share this immediately. Because there's somebody somewhere right now that is typing or working on a project that's stuck, that has no motivation, that's like not sure if they should still be doing it, not sure if they're good, right? I told you about the Facebook message I got where a lady told me, oh, you're blessed with the gift of writing. Honey, everybody and their mom told me that I was a terrible writer for years, but I believed in my gift of writing. It took me time to get there, but I did. And then I kept writing. And then there's still people telling me that my writing isn't good enough, but I refuse to give up. I am this close to the finish line. And that is ultimately where most people give up. They give up right before they hit finish, right? And I refuse to be that person. And I want you to refuse to be that person. You are close to your breakthrough. You are close to the finish line of the goal that you want to accomplish. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Remember, things will not always look the way you set out. When you set a goal, it's not just going to be smooth sailing and, here you are and here's the goal and you're just right there. It's not going to necessarily be smooth sailing. There are going to be hurdles. There are going to be obstacles. There are going to be bumps and lumps and holes and ditches and setbacks and all type of things, right? But you can still get to the other side. You can still get there. You just have to stay encouraged. You have to stay inspired. And you have to remember that it's so much bigger than you. Keep going. A lot of people don't understand when you realize that you have to sacrifice a lot to get where you want to be. It may be sacrificing a TV show you want to watch. It may be sacrificing cooking dinner. It may be sacrificing spending time with your coworkers. It may be sacrificing not reading the book that you want to read. It could be sacrificing in a lot of different ways. But when you look at the big picture, it's worth it. And people don't understand those early mornings and long nights, and that's okay. People won't understand. You just have to understand. You have to realize that what you want is not just going to fall into your lap. You have to be disciplined, and you have to put forward the effort to make it happen. And you have to understand that it is a process and that it takes time. And yes, you will sacrifice a lot, but in the end, it will all be worth it. And so that's the message that I have for you today, because I want to inspire you. I want you to understand that you can still accomplish what it is that you desire to accomplish. Even if everything doesn't seem like it's going well, you can change the direction to get to the goal, but do not change the goal. Let me say that again. So you can change the direction and the path you take to get to the goal that you desire to get to, but do not change the overall goal. So that's my challenge to you today, to stay encouraged and push through towards the mark that you desire to reach. So until next time, ladies, continue with clarity. And I am back to writing. Wish me luck.